Hey guys, welcome back to part 6 of my step-by-step Starfield Outpost guide series, where I'll walk you through how to make the first galactic empire. This will be the last expansion into the final frontier of your galactic industrial empire. Let's get into it. This will be a pretty straightforward episode, nothing you haven't already done 20 times. By the end of part 6, you'll be extracting aldumite, argon, benzene, cesium, chlorine, chlorosalines, dysprosium, europium, andesite, iridium, lead, lithium, palladium, plutonium, brothosite, tacine, uranium again, beryl, vitinium, xenon, ytterbium, biosuppressants, memory substrates, and polymers. You will need a pretty strong grav drive with enough jump thrust and fuel to reach some isolated star systems. On top of that, you will also need planetary habitation rank 4 to complete this part. Something to keep in mind as we begin extraction of tier 5 resources are the sizes of the radii of extractors. Some resources like andesite have a relatively small radius, but others like tacine and beryl have a very large radius. I recommend deposit sizes where you can fit at least 5 extractors so the output isn't too slow. As a reminder, resources listed in white text denote they are necessary as manufacturing ingredients. And because this is the last episode where we'll set up extractors for new resources, resources listed in blue text now denote that they're only used as construction, crafting, or research materials, but not in manufacturing. In the upper leftmost corner of the settled systems, above the Tau Ceti system, is the Alpha Andraste system. On Alpha Andraste 3, in the deciduous forest biome, you can find an outpost location with chlorine, chlorosaline, and xenon. None are used in manufacturing, but they are needed in construction, crafting, and research. The main resource we care for on Alpha Andraste 3 are biosuppressants. In order to produce biosuppressants, you will need to fully scan the lattice leaf plant in the tropical or deciduous forest. For biosuppressants, build 2 commercial greenhouses and 1 water extractor. Right below the Alpha Andraste system is the Carinae system. On Carinae 3A, in the hills biome, look for an outpost location with rothosite. It is possible to also find alkanes and iron, but they are not needed. On Eridani 8C, in the frozen volcanic biome, look for an outpost location with cesium and lithium. Once again, it is possible to find chlorine and chlorosaline, which are not necessary, especially since we're already extracting them on Alpha Andraste 3. Above the Beta Marae and Kayam system, clustered among a few other star systems, is the Schrödinger system. On Schrödinger 2, in the Plateau biome, find an outpost location with aldumite, and once again, it is possible to find chlorine and chlorosaline. To the right of the Kayam system, clustered among a few other star systems, is the Dakaran system. On Dakaran 7b, in the crater biome, find an outpost location with helium-3, iridium, uranium, and vitinium. Far to the bottom of the settled systems, down and slightly to the right of the Zeta Ophiuchi system, is the Katydid system. On Katydid 3, in the frozen plains biome, find an outpost location with beryllium and andesite. It is possible to also find aluminum, but it is not necessary. To the right of the Dakaran system is the Vern system. On Vern 1, in the volcanic biome, find an outpost location with argon, benzene, neon, and beryl. In the upper right corner of the settled systems is the Fermi system. On Fermi 7a, in the frozen hills biome, establish an outpost anywhere. It is possible to find an outpost location with copper and fluorine, but they are not necessary. In order to produce memory substrates, you will need to fully scan the herding Nautilus filterer in the plateau, hills, or sandy desert biome. Build 3 commercial animal husbandry facilities and 1 commercial water extractor. Animal husbandry facilities producing memory substrates require fibers as an ingredient, so So as a temporary measure, I'm going to build a storage container and manually input a handful of fibers. In part 7, we will build a cargo link to import fibers. And lastly, just below the Fermi system, is the Huygens system. On Huygens 7a, in the mountains biome, look for an outpost location with Tassine. It is possible to find cobalt and nickel as well, but they are not necessary. Congratulations on establishing 23 outposts. Your 24th is for a personal base wherever you wish. Here are the resources you'll need to complete this step. Let's also begin extraction and production of resources on outposts we already have established. On Eridani 2, set up production of pigments and structurals. In order to produce pigments and structurals, you will need to fully scan the Augustus creeper and cliff laurel plants in the rocky desert, mountains, and hills biome. So build 2 commercial greenhouses that produce pigments and 2 commercial greenhouses that produce structurals. Then build 3 commercial water vapor extractors. On Eridani 3, set up extraction for plutonium. Again, 5 commercial extractors should do for now. On Eridani 4b, set up extraction for europium. On Jaffa 2a, set up extraction for palladium. On Jaffa 7b, set up extraction for dysprosium and lead. On Kayam 6e, set up extraction for copper. And on Zeta Ophiuchi 1, set up extraction for ytterbium and production of polymers. In order to produce polymers, you will need to fully scan the Aruna golden globe plant in the swamp, deciduous forest, tropical forest, or savanna biome. For polymers, build 2 commercial greenhouses producing polymers and 1 commercial water vapor extractor. Here are the resources you'll need to complete this step. Your outposts now span the settled systems, your very own galactic empire. This was a relatively short episode, but thank you all for watching. If you like the content, please consider liking the video, and I will see you guys in part 7, where we'll begin tier 3 manufacturing. To complete the next video, you will need rank 2 outpost engineering, and to complete all research unlocked with it. You will also need at least 1 unit of Indicide wafers and microsecond regulators. It is not required, but I highly recommend getting rank 2 outpost management for more robot capacity. With that said, we're so close to finishing the series, so thank you everyone who has made it this far. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye now!